Guys, it's Sky. So, sorry for waiting so long before I gave you an update on everything. So, I think last time that I spoke to you guys, it was about like directly after the trial classes. And just to recap, the trial went fine, except like I was experiencing technical difficulties with my echo, and it never went away for like the entire trial. Ooh, my glasses. So yeah, so I was nervous about that because I knew that happened, and they did end up hearing it in the feedback they said. And also the second thing was I felt like I ran out of time because I was trying to, I guess I was overcompensating for what I lacked during my interview demo with them. So I was just trying to show that I could expand on each slide if need be. And so, yeah, so I passed. Yay! So right now they are in the final stages. They're waiting on my background check. So I've been waiting for a few days, but it was kind of the weekend, I guess. So just waiting for them to go through with that. I can teach anyway, just start. But I'm just waiting on them to give me the green light to do that. But I wanted to give you a couple of quick tips. Um, like just what have been experiencing in this waiting process to help kind of move things along so you don't have to wait and can kind of just dive into teaching right afterwards. So they gave me the feedback like the next day or two afterwards, and they left me some feedback, and I was going to read some to you guys. So they start off just saying the things that they loved, like the body language and um, being really interactive, and excellent work in using the text board to offer guidance and support and things like that. But so the number one thing they said that I need to improve on, which I kind of already knew, was the try to cover all the content, because I kind of try to click quickly. You can skip over some after a certain point, but they'd want you to. She said it's better to run over. Like if I need to run over a little bit, I can go to like the 33-minute mark. And so that's what I didn't know before. So that you can keep that in the back of your mind. Try to stay in that 30 minutes. But if you need to, if you have find yourself with a couple of slides left over, try to touch on those and just give yourself like you have 3 extra minutes. And then use varied kinds of encouraging words. I know, like, I'm so used to grading my language so significantly, like so dramatically, in the classroom, because, yeah, that's kind of like what they taught us to do. So, um, oh, I lost my spot. Yeah, so, I was like just saying like, good job, very good, like this, and they wanted more like, wow, so and so, you did an excellent job, great work. Like just try to use varied um phrases and things like that, and don't like get stuck on the fact that they probably don't understand, but just do that and call out their names specifically, like they said. Very good pronunciation. Way to go, Momo. Wow, Sherry, Dory, Frank. You are all good at making sentences, like things like this. And then they mentioned that they heard the echo. And oh, so like when there's the new vocabulary section, I don't have to um say like, what's this? Like I knew they didn't know, but maybe they did. But I guess that's not the part to say that. Like maybe you do that at the beginning, like if you're just playing around to kind of see what they do know. But like when you do the vocabulary, just go into the vocabulary. Just say the word and don't and wait until later to elicit that from them. And then they just gave me a few, like there were a few games, like maybe like the teacher screen and the student screen is different, and they do tell you that when you look through like the slides that they give you before the demo. But there were a couple of things like I could have done better. For example, there's a order words game, and they just were saying like it's not a listening game. teachers can let students order the words on their own without reading the sentences for them unless they need help. So like it should, I could just read the sentence and then they just go for it. And I don't have to repeat it or anything or get them to know how to say the sentence. So that's pretty much the feedback there. So I was like, okay, that's good, because I was nervous that like, well, because I've heard that you can have up to 5 trial classes, but they gave me 2 back to back. I guess I don't know if they just found that usually within those first 2 they kind of know, or like that's the average time people need to go ahead and pass that or whatever. So, or like if you're a brand new teacher and you've never been in a classroom, never laid your eyes on courseware or anything like that, I guess maybe that's why they give you up to 5 trials, but mine was 2 back to back, and that was the feedback for those 2. So, it wasn't perfect at all. And, you know, like different companies have their own like kind of thing that they want to see from you. So, the feedback was good. So you kind of know what they're looking for their platform. So, in the meantime, I think that if you don't have like your TEFL, that can hold you up. So, the TEFL is teaching English as a foreign language test, something like that. I took mine 7 years ago, but all that was required by the government was 40 hours. And so now it's 120 hours. So if you're lucky, and especially if you've worked in China, you kind of like maybe have some things that they can use instead of like a certification, or if you're a teacher and have like a test or something, maybe they can work with that. But I would say if you're starting from zero, just go ahead and get your 120-hour TEFL course. I used Bridge TEFL, but I don't know if there's some other ones people recommend more. I just am only familiar with that one. And yeah, that's the one EF used when we were doing our onboarding and things like that. So that can take a while depending on, like, for me, I'm a person like when I start something, I just go into it and I must finish it. So I can finish that maybe in a few days, but maybe even in one sitting, but it's a lot of work. Like you're just really like reading through slides and then having to take tests on each part. So I don't know how intense the 120 hours is, but it's 120 hours worth of work, I suppose. So you need to, like, if you're applying now, even if you plan on doing something, especially teaching online, especially if it's overseas, like that is like the minimum requirement for the government, which I'm a little confused because there's another company that said 40 hours still for online, but I don't know. That's what they say for their platform, 120 hours. So I would say if you're trying to do all these courses online, just go ahead and get that so you already have it. And when they ask you for it, you can just get and make sure you have your certificate, keep a copy. If it's sent to you via email like mine was, just like make sure you save it to your computer and keep it on a hard drive, because you never know when you'll need it in the future. Because literally, that I was lucky that I keep all my emails essentially. So I was able to dig that out and scrounge it out and give it to them. But like, definitely make sure you have it, because that from 7 years ago helped me out. So make sure that you keep yours and keep a backup of it. And if you can't, keep a physical copy and travel with it. Yeah. So that, and let's see. Yeah, I'm just waiting to pass the background check. They said that it was maybe backed up a little bit. Um, and I'm guessing for them, since in the middle of this virus thing, a lot of people aren't back to work yet. So maybe that's why the process is a little slower. So I'm just ready to teach, like I'm so nervous. Like I know that I've taught 2 classes and I had the demo with the actual instructor and all this stuff, but you just want to like sink your teeth into it and get so comfortable with it. Like I just cannot wait. So I just want to get like a good like 10 plus classes under my belt so I feel confident and I don't feel awkward, and I am just like, oh yes, so easy. And like, especially I can't wait to get to the point when I've taught like most of them, and then like it's just so simple because I already seen it all before and I know exactly what to do, and I can just really focus more on the students. Like, how that's like how it is with any job. You just like, once you get into your flow and it, you just feel so comfortable. So I'm just really excited to start, and I'll keep you guys posted on how all that goes. And I still have those demo classes. I still don't know if I can upload them, but if enough people say they want to see it, I'll upload those, and then I'll do like my first couple of classes also. Oh, that's my mom calling. So um, I'll talk to you guys later, and I'm going to talk to my mom. So just let me know, like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you want to hear from me. And yeah, I hope this helped you feel more comfortable with your interview and everything in your demo classes. Happy teaching. Bye.